Good afternoon, friends.
Good afternoon.
I welcome you all on behalf of Kunzite IT Services. Today we are here for a brief presentation of Kunzite IT and its deliverables to clients. Before any project that we undertake as Kunzite IT, we have certain project goals and the deliverables. So the project goals we can consider here as to serve our customers that are might be distributors, resellers or end users in the most efficient manner. That means whatever the issues, the problem they are facing, we have to understand those problems, we have to understand the issues they are facing, and we have to provide the optimum solution for that. To improve field sales and service personal productivity. So the objective is to improve the sales, to boost the business, and by boosting business we also aim to increase the productivity of each and every individual. To substantially reduce current assets cost. So we should focus on, and we provide solution for focusing on less of infrastructure and more of automation. So this is our one of the main goal. To improve profitability, obviously this is one objective that we are here for. To improve internal efficiencies. So this also includes how do we communicate with each other. So in any kind of communication gap, might be they are not able to communicate the skills or all those things, that we can also improve. To improve monitoring and control systems. So this is again a good aspect. It relates to machine and their operations, that we provide tools and we provide the monitoring systems wherein what all systems are behaving right now, and in case of any failure we should get a alarmed or kind of timely alarm in time. To streamline and automate all HR processes. So this is again a very good point that we are going to discuss over here, that HR is the backbone of any organization. So we used to say that people are assets to the company. So streamlined HR and an efficient HR processes always help an organization to achieve profitability. Enhance work ethics and professionalism. So we provide the systems and solutions for more work ethics and professionalism by providing some tools, by providing some guidance about that. So this is our project methodology. We have basically phased approach for any project. So first of all is project preparation. So first of all, understanding the requirement. This is a project preparation, and we gather all information with our tools, with the communication, with all efforts with the project preparation. Then realization. So realization means actual how to implement the configuration part. We used to configure and provide tools or systems for the configuration part. Then final preparation. So once we configure, we provide the outcome of the project. So this is the final preparation. Then we hand over the project to the client, to our proposed client, that it is now live, and we help our clients for a go live and post go live support. So these are the phased manners of any project. Obviously it leads to reduce implementation time. So we have a saying that a well planned project is always 100% done. So if you plan any project, 60% is already done. So we have to implement. So this is the implementation time and cost we have to save. Define scopes, leverages best practices. Again same thing. So if we have planned information, we can provide the best practices. pre-configured business requirements. So again, part of the plan, we have everything in our hand, we can execute it very efficiently. Focused on rolling out targeted blocks of functionality. Okay, this is one major point, that what are the blocks, what are the areas where we have to make a configuration, or where we have to increase the profitability or functionality of any configuration. So we focus on the configuration part, or the tools part, where the profitability of functionality is more. Since Kunzite IT is into providing IT solutions, so I would focus here on the ERP solution that we are providing support, that is SAP. So we have various modules in SAP, that is material management, MM, functional, that is finance, FI, production planning, PP, SD, CO, QM, HR and SCM. So these are basically our modules. These are part of an ERP solution. Okay, so the project scope is business re-engineering, that is business process re-engineering. We are already running a business, how to re-engineer, how to give a new life to it, how to make most of it. This is basically a solution given by Kunzite IT team. Now let's come to the deliverables or implementation we have done so far for HPM. We'll take each module one by one. So first of all, let's take about sales and distribution. So in sales and distribution, we have done various enhancements. The first one is the e-invoice implementation. So the e-invoice implementation is basically basically a government regulatory that was requirement by Government of India, that every invoice should be updated on the GST portal, and it will get an IRN number, it will be implemented on the invoice. So this was a whole configuration that we have done, that was e-invoice implementation. Now the other one was master data maintenance. So master data is basically a backbone of any ERP solution, or any kind of, you can say, business solution. So maintenance of master data and its enhancement is basically a critical role in any IT department or IT backed company. So various critical information such as GST number, business place, that are required for GST implementation were updated, and it's a continuous process. We used to update it on regular basis. So again, JSON document generation to file in GST portal. So this is a JSON file that is automatically generated while we create any GST portal, and on that the JSON file we get the IRN number. QR code implementation on invoices print. Again, this is another requirement by government, that every invoice should have a QR code, and this QR code basically scans to the unique IRN number. Again, this was a very critical configuration that we have done. TCS configuration. So this was a configuration that was required by government, again, that on every invoice we have to mention the TCS. So it seems a simpler one, but it was a great you can say configuration, and it involved a lot of efforts.
What's the TCS?
क्या था? टैक्स कलेक्शन एट सोर्स. भाई एडिट कर देना. और again in TCS there was master data activity, that for every material we have to update the tax code, and TCS deduction while creating an invoice. Again, this was a configuration that every invoice should get the TCS tax code, tax rate. New plant configuration. So this relates to our new plant in Keshwana. So the configuration on the part of MM, SD, FI and PP was done.
Already done.
Yes, it is done in SAP. So it includes plant code, cost center, number range assignment. So these are very you can say critical configuration that is required for up and running of any plant in SAP. Customer master enhancement. So again, any information regarding customer that was updated here. So it was again customer master enhancement. So such as bank detail configuration. Recently what we have done that all the payments from the customer that has to be done to their virtual account. So this needs a configuration for each customer. So this is again an enhancement that for each customer we have maintained their virtual accounts in master data. Performance monitoring of salesperson. So there was a requirement that how a salesperson is performing, what is the volume of sales a salesperson is giving to the company. So it was again a kind of tedious task to ascertain a single person performance. So what we have done configuration that performance monitoring of salesperson has been done. So we can get each and every individual you can say performance of employee that is in market performing the sale.
On SAP.
Yes. For under the S&D module, some other services that we have provided are customer services. It is basically a requirement of any customer. It is a normal requirement that whatever transaction he has done, he should get a notification of that. Maybe it's a mail or SMS. So what we have done, we have configured mails for invoice, ledger, credit note, debit note and outstanding reminder. They used to get it in a phased manner, in a scheduled way that let's suppose for an invoice, whenever there is an invoice generated, they get an email, they get an SMS. So this is the kind of services we have provided. Now greeting and product promotion. Often we used to send greetings to our customers. Such an example is that whenever any sales touches a particular benchmark, they used to get one email that congratulations, you have entered a particular club, let's suppose chairman club or president club. So they used to get the greeting email, and from head office side, whenever there is any new product that is launched, we send product promotion mails to our customers and also to our employees. So this product promotion mail consists of the content of the product that we have launched, a brief description, as well as their its social media availability, whether it is YouTube, Facebook or whatever social media we are going for. Okay, the next module is purchase module. Recently we have done configuration for PR and PO. So let me give you a brief idea what is PR and PO. PR is purchase requisition, PO is purchase order. So PR is whenever we have a requirement internally within a department that yes, for production we require this much amount of raw material, packing material. So this is a requirement, and the PO is that what we order to our vendor. So we have generated PR/PO workflow, and it is used with the strategies, release strategies also. Approval based on process of creation of PR and PO document using release strategies. So let me explain about release strategies here, that we have defined release strategies for PR. That means who is creating PR and who is approving that PR in SAP. So once the PR is approved, the next stage is a PO. So who is creating PO, and we have 3 levels of approvals. So the next immediate manager, they basically approve the POs. So this is the release strategy that has been devised in the solution in the SAP. Now mail reminders to the concerned person. whenever any PR is created or PO is created, the concerned person, the next available authority that receives the email, auto-generated email reminders that you have one PR pending or you have one PO pending for approval or rejection. So, based on those emails, the next available authority can accept or reject the PO or PR. QR code implementation for material specification in PO. So, this is again a configuration that is partially done, and we are into it, that whenever a PO is generated, it is created, we are implementing the QR code. So, that means each material,
Code of our organization,
no, QR code for the material specification.
material specification.
So, we have some specification requirements by the vendor, that what is the material specification for this particular material. So, we are making it as you can say automated one. So, in the PO, whenever you see any QR, you just scan that QR, you will get the website of its material specification. Finance and accounts, TDS implementation. TDS stands for tax deduction at source. So, whatever payment that is done, we have to deduct the TDS. And again, it involved master data activity, and there is something called threshold limit configuration. So, there is some threshold that if we make an invoice of particular amount, we have to deduct this particular TDS. So, this is also done. It depends upon amount of one and the threshold values. Costing implementation, this is again kind of we can say critical configuration in any business scenario, that we have implemented costing. The other one is NRV, net realizable value configuration. As you know that so the next point is NRV, that is net realizable value configuration. So again, this is basically concept of finance guys, so they are able to understand it in a better way, what is NRV and how it is configured and what is the requirement for that. So FI related MIS and reports. So any report that is required by any financial person, such as any CFO or any other higher authorities who are basically directly dealing with financial aspects of any organization, we have created various MIS reports and reports for management. Profit calculation report. This is again a vital MIS that we have defined and devised for organization, that how much profit we are gaining right now at a current state. Bank reconcile report. Again, this is a basic requirement of any organization, that what is the bank status, what is the health of my bank account, the for any organization. Asset accounting and MIS. Asset accounting is basically how much asset we own. It starts from a laptop, it might ends to any plant. So this is basically each and every object in a company that is being purchased, it's an asset to the organization. So we used to maintain fixed asset register, FAR we used to say, and it is MIS of the same. Production, the first thing that we have done is LTP. LTP is long term planning. Again, as it says that this is planning for the long term. It starts with the requirement of any material from the sales office, from the local branch, till its production and handover. So it's again a kind of critical configuration. So we have done that, and we are in the phase of development also. Batch management and configuration. Batch management is a huge concept. It has areas such as FIFO. We have implemented FIFO, that is first in first out. So whatever batch that is created first has to be consumed first. In our layman language we say consume first, but in an business language we have to say it has to be sale first. Batch identification for specific plant. So we have created some codes that by looking at the batch code we can ascertain that from which plant it has been generated, it has been created. So this is batch identification for specific plant. Manufacturing and expiry date validation. This is again a very good configuration that we have made, that any product that is manufactured physically has to be entered within a specific criteria in the systems SAP. So we have created one validation, we have created configuration that a person cannot enter any previous date manufacturing, that is we have demarcated for 15 days from the current date. So he cannot enter any manufacturing date before 15 days, previous to 15 days. BOM validation for costing. As we know, BOM bill of material, we have created validation for costing. So it is automated. हाँ जी.
It is automatically integrated with the SAP. That
Yes,
integration.
yes.
Very good.
Yes, thank you. So BOM validation for costing, that bill of material validation for costing. Earlier there was a practice that for a particular material production we used to have multiple BOMs. So what we have done configuration that we should normalize the BOM for a particular material for 1 or 2, whatever that is current and that what is right now we have to use. So we have done validation and it affects with the costing part also. Supply chain management. We have devised solution for supply chain management like logistics tracking. We also term it as primary and secondary freight tracking. So we have done configuration in SAP that whenever a truck is reached at the destination place, they have to provide the details, and automatically we used to get the information whether it is delayed or pre-arrival, and on the basis of this information we can debit the account of any particular vendor, that why there is a delay. So this is again a module that we had developed in supply chain management. Because of this tool we are having the master data configuration that each transporter needs to be configured in SAP. It has to be maintained in SAP, that all the transporter vendors, these are basically considered as vendors, so all their master data has to be configured in the transporter details. HR. So in HR we have enhanced the SAP functionality such as employee master info type configuration. May it be the info type of any you can say conveyance allowance that they used to get on monthly basis, may it be their blood group, may it be their you can say relative information. So all this information is being saved in the employee master. Bank details again of employee, it is a configuration master data that we have done. Performance management details, we have developed one module for performance management. So we configured the time last to last year. It basically maintains their KRIs and KPIs. Again family details, their relative details, it is maintained in the SAP. Okay, so there are certain configuration that we have done in SAP and some configuration that we have done on the website portals. So these are the portals that we have developed for HPM. First is HR portal, product complaint portal, sample withdrawal portal, chemist work report portal, manpower portal, vendor opening form, vehicle MIS, import tracking, TADA. TADA stands for travel allowance, dealers allowance portal, specification portal, marketing insight portal. So for each marketing person we have developed portal where they can track their performance as a sales and other activities. CNF portal, purchase report, vehicle in transit report and invoice document records. So we will be covering all these portals one by one in a post lunch session. So we'll join again for one to one these portals kind of interface with all of you. Thank you. Any questions as of now?
No.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's all.
गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन। जैसा कि आप सभी जानते हैं, हमने कुंजाइट आईटी टीम के साथ मिलकर एक पोर्टल डेवलपमेंट किया है जो कि डेली केमिस्ट्री रिपोर्ट के नाम से है। इस पर जो हमारे 2 प्लांट हैं, एक खुशगरा एक सांबा में, उसमें जो भी केमिस्ट होता है वे अपना पोर्टल पर जो भी वर्क करता है अपडेट करता है, डेली केमिस्ट्री रिपोर्ट जो आती है। जैसे कि अभी हमारे ये सचिन कुमार जी, ये खुशगरा प्लांट में हमारे केमिस्ट है। इन्होंने एक प्रोडक्ट बनाया है थाइमेथॉक्सोम, तो जिसका बैच नंबर ये है, क्वांटिटी इतना है और इसकी ये एसिडिटी, पीएच, ये मॉइस्चर सब इन्होंने इस पे पोर्टल पे अपडेट किया है। और इसके साथ इन्होंने फिर एक सीओए अटैच किया है। इसमें इसका बैच नंबर है और नाम है इसका, और इसका जो रिजल्ट आया है वे सब इस पे सीओए में अटैच किया हुआ है। तो इस आईटी टीम की हेल्प से जो ये पोर्टल तैयार हुआ है, इसके आने वाले टाइम में जैसे कोई मैनेजमेंट होता है वे उसमें चेक करना चाहे क्या क्या है, केमिस्ट ने कितना वर्क किया है, या कोई और भी हो तो वे यहाँ पर अपना चेक कर सकता है। पहले ये हार्ड कॉपी होती थी तो अधिकतर मिस हो जाया करती थी, या फिर पता नहीं क्या कुछ मिसप्लेस हो गया जैसे कि होता था। अब जो आईटी टीम की मदद से अब ये पोर्टल तैयार हो गया है, इस पर ये अपना सेव रहती है, कभी भी कोई भी किसी भी चेक कर सकता है।
Very good. Good evening, friend. Today I am introducing our company TDA policy for facilitating to its employee when they are on tour. So we have defined our TDA policy as per the grade system. The grade system we have defined according to top to bottom. For example, for M2 and M3 president and senior vice president. DA will be actual, hotel reimbursement will be actual, flight reimbursement is applicable to them, and whatever local conveyance or car use is on actual basis. For grade M4, M5 and M6, Vice President, Assistant Vice President and General Manager. DA shall be actual, hotel actual, flight reimbursement is there, and 4-wheeler reimbursement shall be 7 rupees per kilometer. For grade M7, all DGM and AGM, DA shall be applicable for half, working on out of headquarters 450, for full 900. Hotel expenses shall be reimbursed maximum to rupees 2,700 per day per night stay, and second AC train benefit is available. Car, for car using, using own personal car, 7 rupees per kilometer shall be the reimbursement. Similarly, for M8, M9, M10, M11, M12, we have defined according to the hierarchy and according to this scenario, which can be referred for details. Mobile expenses are not allowed at this juncture. Earlier it was allowed. Conveyance allowance is applicable on actual basis, which shall be reimbursed on the basis of whatever supporting documents you will produce. Hotel claim also shall be reimbursed on the actual basis, whatever supporting documents you will submit. Repair and maintenance of cars, since we have already introduced our own car policy, hence this repair and maintenance of cars shall not be applicable because we are reimbursing maintenance allowance on monthly basis. Kilometer limit we have already defined according to the grade. Claiming of DA is as per the system, whatever I have already explained you before this sheet. Main thing is handwritten and printed bills will not be accepted. It means if you are availing this facility, you are staying in hotel, any manual bill shall not be accepted. I am telling you the major, whatever major policies. Internet surfing for official mails are allowed, not allowed now onwards. Earlier it was allowed. Expenses related to dinner with distributor dealer are allowed only for RM and above an extent of rupees 500 per person. जसवीर जी और कुछ करना है इसमें?